Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Open Mic Live. We're about to get started here, but as always, a word from our sponsors.
At InDigital, we know the public safety professionals hold themselves to a high standard. In fact, standard doesn't do it justice. In over 25 years working alongside you, carrying millions of calls over our IP networks, your dedication has inspired us. That's why our ESI Net goes beyond industry standards, not only i3 compliant, but designed to adapt to future development for a network you can count on when it matters most. Learn more at indigital.net.
Here in Greenville County, we have 8 different places where a 911 call can be answered.
It is the largest county in South Carolina. It's a challenge.
The type of information that a telecommunicator gets from Radius Plus is location-based technology. You can see where the caller is, if they have a medical issue, if they speak a different language. They're immediately able to text to that caller in their native language. It reduces response times because it immediately gets first responders where they need to be.
Carbyne, it's multimedia. You can get text, translate to whatever language, getting away with the legacy equipment and going into a cloud-based solution.
It's the first time in U.S. history that we have an EZNet through cloud-native call handling.
As a police officer, to have the victim go video, that's unheard of.
You're getting upgrades every month, not every year.
To schedule your free Carbyne demo, please visit carbyne.com/WTT.
If Within the Trenches has ever taught you something, open your eyes to what it is like to be a 911 dispatcher, or has inspired you to become one, then help support us and join our Patreon. Get exclusive bonus content, one-of-a-kind swag, discounts on merchandise, ad-free early access to new episodes, and much more. To join, please visit patreon.com/WTT podcast. And if you're an industry partner, we have something for you as well. And now, for the show.
This is Jordan, and you're listening to the Code 7 Podcast Network.
Warning. This episode contains the 3 A's of podcasting: adult content, adult language, and awesomeness. You've been warned.
Dispatch.
There is no one over here to cook our lunch. We are waiting for our lunch, and there's no one here to cook our lunch.
All right, calm down. Where are you at?
The group home. Now, what are you going to do?
We'll get some help over there for you, okay?
Welcome to Open Mic, where we visit the lighter side of dispatch, because laughing is good medicine. So as I'm sitting there listening to all this, I was thinking, should I come in with an aw shit or an aw snap, or what should I say? Oh, geez. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome to Open Mic Live. It is May 14th, 2022, and it is my birthday. I am 41 today. Damn, I'm old. But I'm also recovering from effing COVID, man. It has been something else. It definitely has been. Before we get to all that bullshit, though, this live broadcast is sponsored by InDigital, as well as Rapid Deploy and Carbyne. And as always, a big shout out to patrons. Thank you so very much for everything. And thank you to everyone who is in the comments right off the bat here saying happy birthday. Thank you. I appreciate it. Please, make sure to throw in some reactions. Also share this broadcast on your feed, as well as your favorite dispatch page. And we're going to get into some funny stories. As always, if you have any funny stories, 911 stories, please throw them there in the comments, and I will read them. I have some special guests with me today, and I also have a story from earlier this month, from just a couple weeks ago, that I've been hanging on to. Actually, I completely forgot about it. I'll just be honest, fuck it. I forgot about it. It was on my phone, and I was just looking at my phone, and I thought, oh, I should pull this up so we can talk about this. So we'll be talking about that here, but we're also going to be talking about some birthday stuff. So what I want all of you to do right off the bat is just kind of think of, some memories that you have growing up, birthday stuff. Maybe some fun stuff that you did growing up or whichever, or that you've done for your own kids, or that, has happened to you as an adult. Because we're going to be talking about that shit as well. So we're going to have a lot of fun. I'm going to go ahead and pull up my special guest here. My first guest is my brother Fernando. He was on last week. Yeah. What's going What was that? You're like...
I was, I don't know, dozing off. Or not dozing off, but just staring at the screen. Zoning out is a better...
Like, I was listening to you and you were boring me, so I was falling asleep until you brought me on the screen.
No, that's not good. I was
what a dick. I love that we can see your arcade games in the background. That's pretty awesome.
Left side? I was like,
yeah, there you go.
Here?
Walk like an Egyptian.
My hands all like crooked. Here?
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing. And then our next guests are our younger sisters, Devon and Crystal. Boom.
And this is Anya.
Hello. This is gonna be fun. I'm so happy. For those who are watching right now, what was that?
Oh, like this?
Look at your shirt.
Oh, that's right. Apache.
Just the face.
I dig it.
Anyway.
Yeah, I actually watched that movie yesterday. For those who don't know what that is, it's from the movie Blood In, Blood Out, Bound by Honor. If you do know the movie, you're in.
Brought to you by Disney.
Look at this face.
Orale, papai.
Anyway.
This is awesome. So, for everyone who's joining us right now, what is your number? We always check in. Usually do this on Thursdays, but as I said, I'm recovering from COVID, and I'm pretty much at the end of it. But just a couple days ago, I still wasn't feeling that great. So, what is your number? From a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being shitty and 10 being awesome, how are you feeling? I would say I'm about an 8 or 9, actually, even though I'm dealing with all of this. What?
I'm laughing because I'm thinking of the cartoon Aladdin, where he's like, Iago, on a scale of 1 to 10, you are an 11. When he's like, the little bird is like giving himself compliments.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you're like, the hell with you. Well, asking the three of you as well, what is your number on a scale of 1 to 10? How are you feeling?
An 11, because I'm on vacation.
Yeah, I feel pretty good. I took Tuesday off, so.
Damn. Okay, so both of you are at an 11?
We high on life right now.
Well, that's good. What about you, Chando?
Probably like an 8.
All right. This is good. So we've got some others.
Not bad. That's a bodacious number.
Bodacious?
Because she's round, that 8.
That's
right. I was going to say
it's a
birthday, so it's going to be a little better. So like an 8. Because we're all on here. So.
We've got people who are weighing in here. We've got a 7. We got some 6s. We got a 4. Okay. Hopefully we can get your number up there from a 4, even a couple higher. See what we can get through on here. And then see, Davine is a 10. It's my grandson Michael's 10th birthday today too. Awesome. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday. And then Roxy is at a 9. Awesome. Yeah, very good. So this is good. I will say right off the bat that COVID is not fun, man. Like it sucked really bad. And I mean, I'm just, like I said, I'm pretty much at the end of it. But man, that brain fog, like, it didn't hit right away. It wasn't until like the middle of it that I started dealing with it. I was trying to type like some emails, and then I sat there for a second. I was like, what did I want to say? Like, what? And I had to put it away for a little bit because I thought, I don't think I should be working right now because I'm not going to remember what I said or even what I want to say. It was the weirdest thing, man. And then like the body aches and just that, all of it really, really sucked.
It just sounds like old age.
Oh, all right. I mean, yeah, yeah.
You're just 41.
Yeah, it was just the extra year
What?
hitting you.
I said it's actually that you're just 41.
Oh man, well that's some bullshit. Damn. Yeah. Well, I'm trying to get over it and everything. And see, Shannon says I'm at a 2. Just took a call that messed with me a bit, but I'm here. I am sorry to hear that. Hopefully we can get your number up there as well. Again, you know, we're going to be sharing some funny stories here and stuff, talking about some, you know, personal things, you know, that we dealt with, well, not dealt with, but so much, you know, experienced growing up with our birthdays and stuff. So hopefully we can get some funny stuff in there for you, but we're thinking about you. And also have a story here from the news, as I mentioned a little while ago, that I completely forgot to share. And you know what? Why don't we just go ahead and start with that? So, excuse me. So the actually, I'm not going to read the title because it'll just give it away. But I want your reactions, okay? And here we go. So I'm going to go ahead and read this. It says, meeting your partner's family can be intimidating. Even if you have met the parents once or twice before, there's a chance a small voice in the back of your head wonders whether or not they like you. While most interactions are fairly smooth, one recent incident in South Carolina ended in an arrest. Okay? It says a woman in South Carolina was arrested last week after reportedly calling 911 several times when her son brought his girlfriend home.
That's that.
Right? It says, according to Fox Carolina, the Spartanburg County woman was taken into custody early Wednesday. This happened on April 27th. Early Wednesday morning following an argument with her 26-year-old son about his girlfriend staying the night. She was not going to have that. It says deputies from the Spartanburg County Sheriff's Office arrived at the home shortly before midnight on Tuesday, where they reportedly found the woman identified as, and I'm not going to say her name. Actually, you know what? I'll just say her first name. Her first name is Karen.
Oh, Karen.
Excuse me. And Karen was heavily intoxicated and arguing with her son. The man and his girlfriend told officials that they were only staying the night before returning to New York in the morning. They were advised to stay in the son's room the rest of the night to avoid any escalation. Okay. Well, deputies told Karen that because her son lived in the home, he had the right to have a guest. However, this notice didn't seem to last. Not long after officers left, Karen reportedly called 911 again at 12:20 a.m., where she was told she faced action if calling another time, before calling once again at 4:49 a.m. By the time law enforcement arrived at the residence after the last call, Karen had left the property. However, when she returned around 5:17 a.m., she was taken into custody.
That's funny.
Jeez,
Call an emergency, fool.
For real, yeah. So it says that Karen was arrested for misuse of 911. Yep, after all that. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't say anything else here, like why she had an issue or what. I mean, he's 26 years old. I don't know.
The issue is, what is he doing living with his mama? Get your own house, man, or an apartment or something. Take her to the Motel 8 at least. Jesus.
Oh my God.
Oh man. So for those who are
freaking rope and grope like that.
Oh God. Oh man. For those who are watching right now and in the audience and everything, have you taken any calls like this? Now let me I'm going to put the link in the comments here because I want you to see the picture that goes along with this. And then I'm going to see if I can share it as well, because the picture the picture is funny. I don't know where they got this picture from. I'm just gonna go ahead and share it on here. And hopefully this thing didn't do an update. There's been a couple times where it's done an update and then it just didn't work. So let's see. Yeah, there it is.
Oh my god.
So that's the picture right there that they're using. I mean, obviously it's like stock photos.
God. Yeah.
Photoshop.
Yeah, stock photos and then Photoshop together there for this. But look at her eyes. Her eyes look.
It's like they cropped this old lady into like a lifestyle freaking advertisement.
Yes.
Or one of those fake pictures you see in the photo frames when you buy them.
Yeah, the dollar store.
Right. Yeah. It's pretty funny, man. Like, I don't leave it to the news. All right. I'm gonna pull this up
Yeah,
here.
that's ridiculous the way they put that in there.
So looking at this, and it's not anything close to this, but I do remember one time growing up that I ended up going out to take my girlfriend at the time and her friend to a movie. And excuse me, we were sitting there and I don't know why we were there that long, but my girlfriend's friend, her dad came home, and he was always seemed intimidating and stuff. I had always been outside, so this was the first time that I was sitting inside in the living room when he got there. He got home from work, and I'm just sitting there already, just kind of like sweating and nervous. And I remember my girlfriend telling me, it'll be all right. Just, we're going to leave as soon as he gets here. We're just letting him know that, where we're going. I was like, okay. And I remember the door opens, he walks in and he looks at them and just looks over at me and is just, and I thought, oh God, I'm dead. And I'm sitting there and I'm just like kind of waiting, and I said hello and he just kind of nodded his head and stuff. And he says, so where are you guys going? And the both of them are like, we're going to a movie. Rich is taking us to a movie. And I'm thinking, I don't know if I want to go after all.
I'm going to my own separate movie. They're going to their own separate movie.
Yeah, exactly. So he ends up saying, oh, okay. Next to me is a gun cabinet, and he goes to the gun cabinet and he opens it up and he pulls out a rifle and he sits down and he starts kind of like cleaning and loading it. And then he goes, where are you guys going again? And I remember thinking, we don't have to go anywhere. Like nowhere. We're not going anywhere.
Nowhere anymore.
Yeah, not one place, man. and he's like looking at me. I was like, we're going to the movies. I remember my voice cracking and stuff, dude, because I was afraid. Like, I thought I was gonna die. But he's like, what time are you guys coming back? I was like, we don't even have to go anywhere. Like, whenever you want them back, I'll make sure they're here like an hour before the time that you say. We ended up not going anywhere.
Oh my gosh.
You didn't go to the movies?
No, we didn't go anywhere after all. I don't remember why, but I remember that's one of the things that I will never forget, is having that experience where I thought, yeah, the father here is not happy that I'm here. You guys ever have, Chando or Vani, or either one of you guys ever have anything like that happen?
Thankfully, my mother-in-law loves me.
Well, and I was going to ask you as well, like with your mother-in-law and stuff, was there any time in the beginning, like when you were going to visit, that you were like, oh man, I hope she likes me?
No, I was lucky. I mean, Chris and I were friends for 2 years before, so like the first time I came over to his house before we were dating, she just busted in with like, hey, you guys need anything? You want anything? I can make the food. I can get this. And I was like, oh, cool.
I don't think she cared because I was always there.
Yeah, Crystal was our
third wheel.
What do you call that?
Driving Miss Daisy. Yeah.
Driving Miss Daisy.
Mr. and Miss Daisy. One of them had a driver's license.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, you were the driver.
Yeah. Yeah, so I was always with them. I don't think she cared because she knew that I was there eating the food too.
Man, well, I guess I was the one who's always getting something like that happening. I'm
She
just
was always
glad
nice.
that I'm just glad that
Because you
nobody
were
called the
young.
cops. Huh?
I said it was
well,
because you were young. We all started dating when we were old.
Either. Yeah. Probably didn't say that you were going to be there and you were just there, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
You
Yeah.
just walk
And then
in
you
and
just
there's
show
some
up.
random Mexican sitting in the living room.
First experience like that was super positive because obviously they knew I was going to be there. So
Yeah, I was saying, I was like,
they were already
expecting
there
me.
when I showed up, not the other way around.
Yeah, that's the truth. Yeah, I can see how that was bad.
Yeah, 'cause
On your part.
imagine if it was like you know what I mean, and somebody was just there at your house, like what the heck, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, I understand. Yeah.
Yeah, that
I
makes
understand
sense.
that. Yeah, walking in and yeah, no,
Random
nope,
kid
I
in
get
your
it.
house.
I don't have a gun cabinet or anything like that, so I wouldn't be able to do it. But you know, one of the things that I'm
Start polishing
actually
your fist.
right, polishing my fist. Like, kid, I will take you out like Thanos.
Yeah. Just have like some fake like martial arts belts on the wall or something.
Yeah, dude, be like, I didn't know your dad was in martial arts, and then one of my
Just
daughters be like, he's not.
Photoshop yourself into like some Sumo fights and stuff.
Like,
Yeah,
he's
well, show
not.
enough,
He's
move
just
your
trying.
hands.
That's right.
Put your head on Jean-Claude Van Damme in Bloodsport.
Tell the kid to kiss my Converse. You know, that's one of the things that
The Shogun
I'm
of the
actually.
Dog, or the Shogun of Harlem.
Oh, that's right, the Shogun of Fort Wayne. One of the things that I'm a little upset with, not upset, but sad, is that I won't have the chance to take a phone call from like a guy or something. Because I remember growing up calling, you know, a girlfriend and stuff, and one of the parents answering and me and being like, "Hi, is so and so there?" And they're like, "Who is this?" I'm like, this is Rich. Rich who? Your daughter's boyfriend.
Oh no.
Yeah. And then I think there was one time where it's like, she doesn't have a boyfriend. Like,
You're right.
Well, I exist.
oh, like, oh no, you're right. Yeah, no, we're friends. We're friends.
We're lab partners.
Right.
So I'm not going to get a chance to, you know, pick up a landline phone and be like, who are you? Why are you calling my home?
You definitely have a
You know what you
chance.
should do? You should buy one specifically for that and be like, this is the only number.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That would be fun. I don't know what I would do. I would just be like, you know, I would have a landline and someone would call and be like, yeah, okay. And then I don't know. I don't know what else I would do. Because in my head, like, I remember all the stuff that happened to me, and I would want to recreate that somehow, you know, with somebody calling and me being in the parent spot. But then it probably wouldn't happen. I'd just be like, okay.
Yeah, it just doesn't come naturally to you.
Yeah, like that's I wouldn't be able to do it. I might say something like just being funny, but I don't know. I would yell for one of my daughters, whichever one it was, but I would be like cracking my voice or something, like Lola, someone's on the phone for you. Anything just to embarrass them, you know, it would be a lot of fun. So it's my birthday today. I'm 41. And I wanted you guys to think about some of the stuff that that you experienced growing up, like for your birthdays? Like, what are some of the things that you remember? Like for me, one of the biggest things I remember is having a piece of cake smashed in my face.
Oh yeah.
All
The
year.
mordida.
Yes.
You're like, no!
Yeah, nobody wanted to bite the cake.
As much as I hated that, I secretly like it. Plus, because
birthday
then you
fetish.
have, well, not so much that, but
He's like, no, that's not what I said.
but then it gives you a reason to do it when it's their turn.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is true. Yes. Yeah. So like
By that time they
last
probably
year.
forget, and then you're like, I didn't forget. I remember exactly what you did to me.
I remember.
Yep.
Yes. There's always that moment of revenge. And those who are watching right now, is that, have you ever done that? Or is it just like a Mexican thing? Where
I
that
just
first
like
the
just
first piece of cake for the
Mexicans.
birthday person ends up, it gets smashed in their face.
In your face.
Yep.
Or like Compadre Ramon, they would freaking smash their whole face in the cake.
Yeah, your whole face. You get up in your
They
nose.
tell you to go and bite the cake, like the edge of the cake, and then
Yes.
they just like slam.
Yes. Yeah.
Then everybody was like, I don't want the piece where his face
I
was
don't
in
want
it.
any of that. Yeah. And it's like, what? It's like, bitch, that's his nose is in there.
Yeah, that whole part out. They just cut that whole part. They would be like, "That's your piece."
Yeah.
Yeah. The big old, like, you see the shape
Face imprint.
out of the
Your
the middle of
nostril.
it. Like, what happened to the cake? Like, they just smashed his fucking face in there. Look at all that snot.
His whole face.
Yeah, that was one of the things. So when I turned 30, seems like 11 years ago. Oh my god, so long ago. Sonny was the one who smashed the cake in my face, and I remember I had said no, nobody do it, and they're like, okay, we won't do it. I wasn't paying attention. As I'm going to eat this piece, and Sonny comes up from the side of me and just boss. Cake just went everywhere.
It's like,
I
I'd
think
be
I got
more
a
afraid to
picture.
get the fork in your face.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
you pull the plate back and the fork is stuck in your mouth. Like,
Right? Like, how come I can't see out of my left eye? Oh, that's why. It's a fork. The
Your
fork is in
eyeballs
my
covered
eye.
in frosting.
yeah.
Have you seen those videos? They have videos like
That
that where
would
they
suck.
show somebody like slamming their face into the cake, and it's like the cake accidentally slides, and it's like right into the table, like
Really?
hard. Yeah.
No
There's
shit.
a lot of videos like that. Yeah.
You don't have to do it that hard.
I know,
I
right?
know.
It's like with a vengeance.
But if you imagine that it was a soft cake and not the table, you're like, oh, I didn't do it that hard. No, broken face.
I feel like that's something that Logan would do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, smash somebody's
He would be
face
like,
real hard.
super smash their face.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Oh.
It's a little
Um,
overzealous.
Yeah.
So last year when I turned 40, I remember I had the piece of cake and I was sitting away from everyone during that time. And there's actually 2 videos of me going to take a bite, and I was looking down, and I remember this so vividly because it happened in stages. I was looking down and I look up and I see Dad just kind of looking at me and smiling, and I was like, okay. And then I go in for another bite, and then he's right in front of my face. I mean, he was just sitting there, but I
Freaking
saw
cake
him.
bombed you.
I saw him like kind of move, and I thought, oh, he's just adjusting himself or something because he's old. And and I looked down again, but when I look up, I don't know how he moved as fast as he did. But that dude was in my face, and all I had time was to go, ah! And the whole plate and everything was just all over my face. And in the picture, it looks like I'm crying. In the picture, it looks like I'm going.
That's the best kind of mordida picture.
Because what?
I said that's the best kind of mordida picture.
Oh! I thought
Where
I
you're
didn't
like
hear
crying and trying to like wipe the cake on your face. I'm fine.
Dude, yeah. I'm laughing so hard in the video that my buddy Sam took. I'm laughing so hard and going like this. I look like fucking Ray Liotta from Goodfellas when he was like, ah! That's the way I look, but I look like I was crying. So it looks like I'm going. But that took forever to get the frosting and everything out of my beard, man. Like it was bad. After everyone had left, I think I had like frosting over on my side. Like, no one said anything.
You woke up in the morning and there was like curdled frosting on you somewhere.
Yeah, there's like animals that are
sour
frosting out of my ear and stuff. Where the hell did these animals come from?
You know, if you didn't move, it wouldn't go so many places.
Yeah, you fought it.
Yeah, but it's
hard not to.
I was going to say it's natural.
I've had it be like everywhere.
It's natural for us to try to move out of the way, to move and stuff. There's the whole fight or flight thing.
Cakes.
One of the other things that I remember is like the piñata. It doesn't matter how old you are, you're still gonna do one, and that was always fun as well. But I remember almost vomiting once because they turned me way too much.
Oh, they turn you around too
Like,
much.
turn you around. They've got you blindfolded and stuff, and then you go up there and you're trying to hit the thing, and you're like, whoosh.
All the cake coming down
for the older ones, so they don't destroy it for the kids.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Way more spins, and you're like, come on, why aren't you spinning the little kids, man? Why are you spinning me so much?
You're gonna miss anyway.
Yeah. Well, and then it's always fun too when it finally does get cracked open because you see everybody just swarm. But what else do you also hear during that time? Don't swing! Don't swing!
Yeah.
Right, because the person is still swinging.
So blindfolded, swinging around. You like knock somebody out.
Yeah.
Right. And I don't know, maybe it's because that person doesn't want anybody to get the candy at the time. So
And the kids are all rabid too because they're trying to run over there.
And you know you're gonna get the candy back at the end of the day anyway. So why everyone loses their mind for the piñata candy is like,
You know they put the good candy in the piñata and they put the cheap candy in the bag.
True. Yes.
Yeah, they put the cheap candy.
I don't want
in the
an
bag.
orange.
I want an orange.
animal crackers.
Yeah, animal crackers. What the heck?
We want the chocolate. I want the Snickers.
The Chick-fil-A gum.
Jolly Ranchers, dude.
You want the candy that's fresh. It's fresh out of the piñata, whatever it is. Some of the memories that you guys have. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, same ones you have. We were there.
Well, I know I'm giving some of mine. I want you to give some of yours. I'm going to ask the
I'm not gonna
audience as
lie.
well.
Divan and I, whenever we had birthdays, it was real fun because a lot of people would call us and ask us what they wanted. I always felt like since Dad and Mom had so many
Compadres and comadres,
that they all wanted to like impress us the most. And they would like call and be like, so what do you want? Like, what kind of present do you want? I remember people calling and Divine would be like, oh, let me look at this long list of things. And like everybody would bring us like multiple presents. Like they were trying to because they were just like, which one's gonna make them the happiest? So yeah. I always remember everybody bringing us like tons of presents. And I always like, why are there so many people? Like, do I know you? Like, who are you? Who are you? I don't know you, but okay, thanks.
I was like, you're another comadre from the campo, but thank you for the present. And we always got 2 cakes. That was even better because mom always made sure to each get us 1 cake. That way we had our own, so we wouldn't feel like we were fighting over it. That was nice.
So you would
the only
both
thing that
get your
sucked was
faces
having
mad.
to wear a dress. Mom always made us matching outfits, which was
That's
sweet,
true.
but also
Matching
sucks. Yeah.
Yeah, very, very fan. The both of you. Yeah.
was weird because it was always our birthdays in September, so it was right in the beginning of the school year. So it's like you just like your friends are coming back from summer and stuff, and then you're like, hey, and you're in like a matching dress with your sister at your birthday party where everyone's playing outside, and you're like,
yeah, look at the kids in The Shining.
yeah.
Yeah. People pretty much know we're gonna murder them.
Red rum. You know, those were a lot of fun though, because and I'm surprised that we didn't have to call I think a few birthday parties 911 was called, but
because it was like a whole
We're out
day
in the middle of
event.
nowhere,
it was
though.
like from the morning until way at night. It was like, oh yeah, we had like, lunch. They were like, oh yeah, now we're gonna cook out for dinner, and then they had like a freaking volleyball tournament. We had like baseball games. But we had so many people in our family that were like, we could make whole teams and play on a
Well, that's
whole
true. 'Cause you have
gaggle
to
of
have
events.
it with Mandy and stuff too. So there'd be like a
Yeah,
million.
and then we would just have the conjoined
Yeah,
yard
Olympics.
of Theo Steve and Theo Mary because they had the yard all together. So it was one huge lot where it was like field day.
Yeah, it was basically a whole field day. They were just like, oh, let's get entertained with the kids and have them,
I remember Mom used to make us do that game where you put like the plastic spoon in your mouth and they put an egg on it, and you had to like run with the egg.
That's one of the things I was gonna bring up is some of the games that we would play.
Mom and Thea Mary, God bless
Yeah.
them.
Thank you, Mom, and thank you,
They were
Thea
the
Mary.
go-getters.
Yes. Yes, they were the heroes because they would always come up with different games for us to play. And I remember one of them, they were bananas that were cut in half, and we had like there was enough of us there that there were like 6 or 7 like teams.
Yeah.
And everyone had a chunk of banana, and you would have to take it, run to one side, eat it really fast, and then run back and then tag the next person.
Throw up.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, a lot of that stuff.
Trying to eat a freaking squishy banana
like,
in the sun.
Oh, I know. It's so. Oh, there's Mom right there. There's
Hi,
Mom.
Mom.
Yes, that game, and but also classic tug of war. We had the huge.
That was always really fun because I remember seeing it always in videos, and it was not just kids. Like every single uncle and aunt were on one side or the other, and it was so funny to watch them like really get into it.
You'd have the one side of the family and the other side, and they're like, we're gonna get them. We're gonna get them. They were like cutthroat, ruthless, trying to win.
Yes, very, very cutthroat to the point where when whether it was all the dudes or all the girls and everything that would be playing, if it were tied or if it looked tied, like people were really getting into it and getting pissed off at each other.
Yeah,
and then it'd be like, okay, no, let's start again. If it passes this line or somebody lets go, and then by that time you're so pissed off that everyone is pulling and pulling, and then you just let go, and the other one's like, yeah. And everyone would fall back, and then it'd be like, what the hell, man? What'd you do that for? Like, let's go eat some hot dogs. But those were good times, man. But yeah, you're right. For all those who are watching right now, we would have times where we would be up until like 4 a.m. playing volleyball or whatever else was going on there. And those birthday parties were a lot of fun, especially those games. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
It was cousins, though.
Well, yeah, that too. That, and so we would also play why can't I think of it?
What?
Oh, the sack race. That's so we would have so many different people that we would have, a sack race and everything going on as well. And people would be like going, and I remember seeing the adults do this and going and then pop, just smash their faces, and you're like, do we need to call 911? Like they're not moving.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Bring
Like,
me
no.
up to
Yeah.
I'm fine.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. Just throw some Vicks on it. You'll be okay.
Grandma would sana that thing and you'd be fine.
That's right. Yeah, yeah. And then then you're good to go. But I remember some of the other parties that ended up being like dances and stuff. There would be randoms that would show up, and then sometimes fights would break out.
Yeah,
like
we don't know those people. Where'd they come from?
Right.
Who let them in?
And then that's when the police would get called and stuff, and they're like, "What's going on?" Like, I don't know who these people are. They just came. They wanted food, and then they just started to fight. Oh man, that's what made those a lot of fun as well. There was always something going on, and when everyone was there, talk about a good time, a very good time.
Yeah, with a lot of people.
Yeah, I don't even remember how many would be there, but it was full on. The amount of people that would be there, always a good time. Always a good time. But
Had to be fun to fill 2 yards. I don't even know how big from Theo and Thea's house there was, but Jesus, a lot of people.
Yeah, a lot of people, a lot of land, and sometimes multiple birthdays going on at the same time. And then us trying to get through those games, or sometimes some of the older teenagers would be like boxing each other. Or we would be challenging each other. So there was no electronics like there is now, so we were outside doing stuff all the time. And I remember one time our cousins, like, we were all on bikes, and we were going up and down the driveway, and it was gravel, and we were trying to see who could go not only the fastest, but hit the brake and skid out and see who could go the furthest. Well, one of the rounds I won. And when I won it, though, I slashed my leg, and I was just bleeding. And I went over and showed Dad, and he looks down at my leg, and then he looks at me as he's standing there with our uncles, and they were drinking like the Beast or something, Milwaukee's Best, and I said, "Look," and he goes, "You gonna go do it again?" I remember standing there, and I said, "What?" And he goes, "Are you gonna go do it again?" And I said, Yeah, I am." And he's like, "Well, go." I wiped off my leg, and I went and I did it again. And this time I didn't slice my leg again, of course, because it was already sliced, but I did even better. But that was, that's Dad. It's like, if you got hurt and stuff, he was like, "You gonna do it again?" Like, are you challenging me? Like, what do you mean? Like, yeah, I'm gonna do it again.
I think.
No, I was going to say, now thinking about some of that stuff that happened, there was a time that an ambulance got called, and they called it for me.
For what?
This was a bad day. This was a bad, like, karma day for me. So I wanted one of the jawbreakers that one of our cousins had, and I remember it was in the refrigerator, and there was an extra one there, and I snagged it, and my dumbass is running around with everyone playing, and I started choking, dude. The jawbreaker got lodged in the back of my throat.
Holy God. I remember Mom saying
it was bad, yeah.
Turned into a throat breaker.
Okay. And I think it was right before a birthday party and stuff, and I remember we were playing, and I got off the bike because it slipped back, and already I'm just like gagging, I'm choking, and I ran up front to where Mom and everybody else was, and I remember I'm pointing, and I'm like, Universal, like, choking.
The choking time.
Yes. And I'm there, and I remember Grandma was freaking out, and I remember her yelling, "Se va a morir, se va a morir." he's gonna die. He's gonna die. And I knew this. Like I knew this in my head. I didn't know Spanish that well yet, but I knew enough. I knew that I was gonna die. And so she's saying, call the ambulance, call an ambulance. And see, Mom remembers. Yeah, because Mom was the one who gave me the Heimlich.
Oh my God.
Yes, our cousin Lisa was calling.
Way to go, Mom, for being a teacher's aide.
Right, yeah.
She was a teacher's aide.
she's calling 911, and Mom got it back of me and was just like wrenching, like hardcore. And holy shit, I can see it I can see it all right now. But I remember like my arms and like everything just like moving, and I'm like, like,
you were gonna be like that in a couple minutes,
dude. Yeah, it was pretty bad, man. But she finally got it out, and I remember when it finally came out, Mom started yelling at me because she's like, the drop breaker, Richie.
You see, and that's why we never got jawbreakers. Mom would never let us buy them after that. Never again. We never got to chase one. Because of you.
Thanks, Rich.
Yeah, dang.
Hey, I mean, you can now. You're adults.
No, she's still
I'm too old now.
You're
more likely that I might
destroy your
choke.
teeth.
Yeah.
No, I'm too old. I might actually really choke.
I remember they ended up. I think she was still on the phone at the time. It seemed like forever, but it was probably just within seconds that Mom ended up getting it out. But I remember hearing them yell to Lisa saying, "Forget it, we got it up."
Oh my God! Never mind, it could have broke your ribs or whatever.
I know, right?
We're like, oh, you'll be fine.
No, because that's what you get.
Right. See, so that was the first thing that happened. The second thing that ended up happening a little while later, we were running around, and
day?
This is the same day. That's why I'm telling you, it was bad. They hadn't cut the grass there yet, and it wasn't super high, but it was high enough. And we're running around and we're playing, and I remember going like this, and I felt something. Oh, it freaks me out because I've got a skin tag right there. But I remember feeling like this. I was like, what is that? And I went and I showed Grandma, and it was a tick. It was a tick, dude. And you remember how long Grandma's nails were and like tough. She freaked out and immediately stuck her 2 fingers in and ripped it out of my neck, dude. And I remember just going,
It's like the second time you almost died that day.
For real. Oh my God, it was so bad. And I wasn't bleeding, but in my head it was like I mean, I was bleeding a little. Yeah, I was bleeding a little bit, but not that bad or anything else. But in my head, yeah, it was like and I remember she threw it down and she's like, "Burn it! You need to burn it." And I don't remember who ended up walking up, but they did. They had a Zippo or something and just burned the hell out of that thing. But I remember Grandma just kept saying, "Ya ves, ya ves." She's like, "You see?" Like, "That's what you get. That's what you get." I was like, "What do you mean? That's what I get?" I was like, I was just playing that time.
Oh my God.
Yeah, dude, all of that happened the same fucking day. Yeah. That's what I get, I guess.
I think the only thing that never happened was like to Nando at birthday parties and stuff. I remember one time Devon and I accidentally ate poison mushrooms because we kept watching Super Mario, and we were like, "Oh, mushrooms! We can eat them."
They're gonna make us grow and jump high.
Mary's house, we ate a bunch of them at the Mary's house, and then like we started getting like a really bad taste in our mouth, like you couldn't get rid of it. And Mom was like, "What did you eat?" And we're like, "Those mushrooms over there." Yeah. I don't know if they were poison, but I remember Grandma made us eat like 2 packages of saltine crackers. She was just like, eat all of the crackers. I don't know why.
I also remember getting my head stuck in Theo Steve steps.
Oh yeah.
Because he never let anybody go up there, and I always wanted to go up
Okay,
there.
hold on. So
That's exactly why he didn't want you to go up there.
For people in the audience that don't know, like explain these steps. And hold on, really quick. Dawn, hello. Thank you very much. And Lavelle, thank you very much for the birthday wishes. Okay, Vani, go ahead. Explain these steps.
They're just steps on the outside of it. He had a 2-story house, and there were these wooden steps that went up to like a balcony on the 2nd floor. But he didn't let anybody go up those steps. He had like a wooden gate blocking it, which was so annoying because we were all like, "It looks so cool up there. Why is it even there? No one ever goes up there. Like, it looks so cool." So, but they were wooden, like plank steps. So I went around the back side and thought, I'm gonna just squeeze through there, get up the steps, and then go up. Yeah, well, that didn't happen because my head got stuck. I put my head in, but then I couldn't get the rest of me through. So
she tried to pull it back, but then her neck got caught and she couldn't get out.
And I think Theo Steve had to saw the. I think he had to saw the step.
Cut the step.
I don't remember how I got my head out.
Otherwise, she'd still be there. I don't know.
But also, I got the ambulance call for me too. There, it was always at Theo Steve or Theo Mary's house. But yeah, because remember those I don't know, those stumps that Theo Mary had on the side of her house?
Yes.
We used to jump on them and stuff, and one of our stupid cousins pushed me off of one, and I got jacked. And the ambulance came for me too.
What?
Yeah. Mom was real mad.
You and Yvonne are the accident prone ones. Like, I don't remember that much happening to Nando or I, but
No, the only thing I remember for Fernando was when he was like 4 years old or 5, one of the two, and they rushed him to the hospital for his appendix. But other than that, like
that was
just because he ate all those tomatoes.
yeah. So that's a bit different. Let's see. Oh, Kaylee, what is going on? Thank you very much. And Steven, what is up, dude? Hello.
What's up, man?
Thank you very much. And then Mom says he took the wood off. Oh, so he took the piece of wood off that you had your head stuck in?
Yeah.
Like he took the whole.
That's what I remember. I thought he had to take the plank off to get my head out.
Yeah, because they tried and they couldn't get it had to come back out.
Well, and they never got to go. No one ever got to go to the steps anyway. So
how the hell did we not like have to call 911 a lot more? Interesting.
Mom and Dad were just like, they'll be fine.
Yeah.
Either that or they would just handle it.
Yeah,
that's true.
We got it.
Yeah, we don't need anything. We'll rip the tick out of his neck, or we'll give him the Heimlich. And
I broke my nose, and I never went to the hospital for that. Dad was like, "She's fine. You can breathe. You're fine. Just heals on its own."
It's either that or it was one of those things where it was like, see, because that's what you get. So that was it.
Yeah, it's like you learn the hard way. You gonna do it again? Like,
yeah. Fine, so whatever.
Yeah, right here, Steven. Throw some dirt on it.
It'll be fine.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, dude, I remember. So this doesn't have to do with birthdays or anything, but it reminds me of there was one time, and Mom, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna call you out. You and Dad. There was one time that I remember being in, I know, in 8th grade or 9th grade, one of the two. I was in basketball, and it was wintertime, and no one came to pick me up. And I was waiting and waiting.
Oh,
and
there
was like nobody left in the high school except for the janitor. And he was like, "Your parents aren't coming to get you?" I was like, I guess not. And he goes, "I can give you a ride home." And I was like, "Hell no." And
the janitor,
yeah.
Thanks.
Like,
in
no,
your white
dude.
and Colorline van.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
So you end up on a milk carton.
Yeah, exactly. No, that dude ended up being a Chester. Anyway, I told you, I was like, nah, man, I'm good. I'll walk. And I didn't have I was wearing my just my t-shirt and my shorts and stuff from practice. And I ended up walking home, which was like 30 or so minutes away, and it's like blizzard-like weather going on. Wait, Keely says, did he offer you candy too? No, he did not. And I'm halfway home, and do you remember Dumb and Dumber when they're riding on the little scooter and like their mocos, like, the knots are all frozen? Dude, that's how I was. Like everything was frozen. One eye was open. And because I'm walking in shorts and shirt, and I have like this little zip up on, and it didn't have anything else. And I'm almost home, and there was this car that came and beeped at me, and I just turned and looked, and then they pulled into a driveway, and I thought, I have no idea who this is. Am I going to get in the car? Well, it turned out to be one of my classmates and their brother, so I was like, thank you so much.
You're like, oh, I almost died.
Dude, that's how bad it was. Yeah, it was really, really bad. And I get in the vehicle.
And that's how I don't have a toe.
Right. Yeah, exactly. and I just remember sitting in there, and I was like, trying to warm up, and they get to the house and stuff, and they're like, are you gonna be all right? And I was like,
hypothermia.
I know, yeah. I was like, no, I'll be all right. And I walk into the house, and Dad's chilling on the couch.
And you're like, and you, where were you?
I opened the door. Everything just falling off of me and stuff. And Dad goes, what is wrong with you? What? Where have you been? What do you mean? You were supposed to pick me up from basketball practice. You're right, aren't you?
Wow. That does sound like that, though.
And I remember Mom like poking her head out of like the kitchen, and she goes, Richard, you forgot?
You're like, well, yeah, apparently my ass is frozen.
I remember him being like, well, you didn't remember either. And I'm like, the both of you forgot me.
Now I had three other kids to worry about. They're like, we don't pay any mind to the firstborn anymore.
They're like, why did you walk all the way? I was like, well, I got halfway here
Now
and someone picked me up. Yeah, exactly. There was no cell phones or anything during that time.
Cool.
Yeah, call collect. I did. I tried to call. I had change, and I used the payphone to call home, and no one answered.
That's sad.
But but I get there, and Dad's just watching TV and shit, just chilling on the couch, and he's like,
so
I'm sorry, mijo.
This is outside of what you're saying, but I was kind of thinking about it because I don't recall, because it was a long time ago. Obviously I've used a payphone too, but if you do that, can you get your money back?
You call collect?
Or it's
if nobody answers?
Nobody answers, yeah.
I think so. I think I remember that. Where,
I hope so.
Where you would get the money back.
I don't remember because it's a long time since I used.
Yeah, because I don't think it actually completes the call.
It just comes back out like a vending machine.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
I don't know. For those who are watching right now, do you know? Do you remember?
Does anybody remember?
Yeah. Steven says, I don't think you got charged.
Yeah, I don't think so, but I don't know. I just curious.
What's like that time that Devon and I was
No. Too bad.
And Mom sent you on a bike to come get us at school.
Oh, wait, what? Say that again?
That time Devon and I almost got kidnapped, and Mom sent you on a bike to come get us from school. She was supposed to pick us up, and like they got a flat.
I don't remember
or
why. Yeah, she didn't come.
She got a flat or something, didn't she?
I think so.
No, I just forgot
where she couldn't.
And she sends me on a bike, and I'm like,
yeah. Dude, no lie. You got there right before Devon and I got snatched. We would have legit ended up on a milk carton because I remember Devon and I waiting out there and thinking, oh man, where's mom? Like, what happened? Like, we had to stay after school and nobody was there. And I was like, what do we do? And Devon was like, well, we can walk home. And we were super little. And I was like, well, I guess we could walk home. So we started walking, and this freaking van pulls up behind us and starts going.
Mom's defending herself.
Slow.
The car wouldn't start.
Yeah, the car wouldn't start. But I remember because Devon and I were walking, and we were like, there's this creeper van behind us just rolling real slow. And then I remember seeing Rich pull around the corner on the bike, pedaling really fast. And you skirt over there, and you're like, I'm gonna come and get you out here. And I was like, oh my God, yeah.
Dude.
Yep. And then that van peeled off and got out of the parking lot.
I must have been hauling ass because
You probably were.
from the house to the school is far.
Yeah.
It was a good piece. The only time that walk was worthwhile was during Halloween.
That's true. That is very true. Let's see. Keely here says, oh my God, but no one did. We would make collect calls and shout what we needed for a brief 4 seconds and hang up. That's right. Yes. People would do that and it would say, you have a collect call from, I need you to pick me up here really quick. And say whatever you got to say.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm going to be over here at the Amoco station. I'm going to be eating Subway. I need you to come over here really quick. And then it would go, yeah, it's like, do you accept the phone call? And you're like, no, because I left. That's all I needed was to leave that message. That's funny. I completely forgot about that. Thank you, Keely. That is funny shit. Let's see. James here says, as the operator was asking my parents if they would accept the charges, I would yell, hey, Mom, come get. Oh, yeah, he's saying the same thing. Come get me and hang up.
The time of the no cell phone.
I know. Yes.
Those are some scary times.
Isn't that weird to think? I remember it was, let's see, it was early 2000 and I had just like a little brick phone and stuff. But even like with that, when the car would break down, if you didn't have any of those numbers memorized either, like, you were screwed. And the contact list on those phones, they weren't really of anything. I think you only had so many that you could put in there. And I had a Nextel also, but not a lot of people that I knew had Nextel, so I couldn't go and call anybody. But yeah, I remember the car breaking down and everything and just being there. I'm like, okay. So one time the Camaro broke down on the highway and I walked 2 miles to the exit to go to the gas station to call Dad. And thinking about that now, it's like, well, now, if something like that happens, just get on my phone and call roadside assistance or something like that, But then I remember the car breaking down and walking away being like, fuck, like, this is a long walk, but I got to go. And I have to get to the gas station and then, calling Dad from the payphone. Where are you at? Like, I'm over here by Saugatuck. Like, what are you doing over there? And like, visiting people. I just come and get me. Like, the car broke down, dude.
Like, the car broke down. Oh, that Camaro was always broken down. That thing was beautiful, but it always broke down.
I miss that vehicle.
Oh,
let's see. Don says that's why Brittany got left at the church so long. No cell phone for anyone to call Joe and to tell him that left the kid behind. What?
Oh no!
You missed the other part of it.
Oh, there was another part.
Yeah.
Was it up further?
Yeah.
I'll have to look for it. James says, hey, let's get Douglas Jeremy in this conversation. He's the 80s expert. That's true. He is. And Keely says, I just bought my kid a Palm watch. LOL. My parents literally had no idea where I was for days. My kid goes in the backyard and I panic. That's true, right? Like it would. I was watching The Sandlot yesterday, and there's a lot of times, especially when they're doing the night game, that the kid's like, Mom, I'll be right back. I'm going out. And like we would do the same thing, and we would ride our bikes sometimes to downtown and do whatever, and then come back at night and shit. Not now. I mean, I'm sure there's still some people that do, but man, just
Not
thinking
like
about
that.
how things have changed so much, just like technology wise and stuff. I mean, I think in the mid 90s, we were probably one of a handful of families that had the internet. We had America Online.
So
And
We had a color printer.
Yeah.
yeah, we had a Lexmark color printer and a Packard Bell big ass computer.
That's how Adam was always at our house. Like he was just like freaking Steve Urkel would pop up out of nowhere. You're like, where the hell did you come from? Like, how long have you been here?
Right.
Pull
You'd be
up
like,
and
you
be
got
like,
any
"Hey,
cheese?
Yeah, it wasn't exactly close either.
No,
Exactly. How
No.
he got there.
I don't know how he ended up there, but he'd be like, "Oh, we having dinner? We're having for dinner, guys." I'll be like, "Where did you come from?"
After
Oh,
school,
sneaky, sneaky. Yeah. So Steven says, man, AOL Messenger. Yes, that was early on. You know what's funny is that so Logan, and this is a few years ago now, but Logan was like, so when the internet first came out and everything, like, did you guys even know like what all these different like shorthand words were and like emojis? Or is that like was that not even around? Is that more so like during my time? I was like, dude, what? And like he was saying, like laugh out loud, like LOL, you know, that's something more of like from my age, right? And I was like, hell no. I was like, that's
He
from the
invented
mid
that.
90s, yo. Like, yeah. I was like, that's from America Online. And
ASL ban.
yes, yeah, going on there, talking to people, and thinking that you're getting on the internet on a local phone number, and it turns out that it's long distance. How do I know that? Because my parents got almost a $700 bill because I was on the internet so much. And
Yeah.
but you know what? In my defense, when I showed them the phone number, they're like, "Oh yeah, no, it's local." Nope, turned out not to be. $700 later on America Online. And I remember them being like, I thought we had like free minutes. Like, what happened to the 500 minutes? Like, yeah, that's for
free trials.
yeah, that was just for the service alone. That doesn't have nothing to do with the phone charges.
Oh yeah, the phone
Yeah.
charges I remember were scary. Yeah.
I remember mom and dad having like 15 pages of bills.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Going through and being like, you're not going to be on the internet anymore. I'm like, I need it for homework. Homework.
What? There's nothing to even look at on there.
I know.
There wasn't even freaking
Cobbled
websites.
together freaking websites back then.
Yeah, it
Compared
was
to
it was
now,
all crap, but it was still
is really
kind of cool.
There's really good stuff.
It was very cool. Let's see. Keely here says AOL put your away message on with a cryptic message. Yes, that's right. Steven says LOL belongs to us. Oh man, that is true. All right. Well, we are over the hour. Actually, I wasn't even looking at the time, but we are over the hour. Thank you all so very much for jumping in. Steven says takes 15 minutes to download one page of an encyclopedia. Yes. Yeah, that or even like a picture. Like if someone be like, "Oh, I scanned a picture. I'm going to go ahead and send it to you." And you're like, "All right, cool." And they send the picture and it's like 4 hours. Like it's going to be like 4 hours.
Done yet?
I know.
4 hours
I
of these
You have
pages
to go back
going
and
to
check.
Yes,
loaded
and
in
I
box.
remember telling Mom, "Don't pick up the phone because I'm downloading this picture. Don't pick up the phone." And she'd be like, "Clink, what was that?" Like, no.
Oh,
And then-
that time lost.
Right, and then once you got back into it, it didn't just restart like you or resume rather. You'd had to restart it completely, and you're like, "Screw this! I'm not even gonna wait." And
Whenever you
there
doing
were
shit, you're like, nobody pick up the phone.
yes, yeah, there were a couple times where I was downloading stuff for a history report, and I would have to do it over and over because someone would pick up the phone, and I'd be like, "Please don't pick up the phone. I've tried to do this 10 times already. I have to get this done." And you know, someone will pick up the damn phone. We're like, "All right, I'm gonna fail."
My F is because of you.
Exactly. Well, again, thank you all very, very much for joining us for this special episode of Open Mic Live, doing this today, Saturday, May 14th, on my birthday. I am 41. This is 41. And I'm almost over COVID.
Happy birthday!
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. This was a lot of fun. For those who are watching and listening, if you have any comments, questions, or you want to be a guest on the show, you can email us, and that'll be wttpodcast@gmail.com. You can follow us on Twitter. That is @91podcast. You can like us on Facebook. That is facebook.com/Within the Trenches Podcast. This has been sponsored by InDigital, Rapid Deploy, as well as Carbine. If you're looking for any bonus content, check us out, patreon.com/WTT Podcast. This can be seen on Facebook, YouTube, as well as Twitter. And then the flagship show, you can listen 24/7 on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, your favorite podcasting app, and withinthetrenches.net. There was one last thing that I wanted to see if I could play. So hold on one moment here. I want to see if I can do this. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But I'm going to try it either way. And hopefully there's not too much of a background noise. But we shall see. Now I got to find where the damn thing is. Where is it? What did I do to it? Oh, it's not going to show right. Dang it. Okay. I'll have to do it a different time. But it was actually something that I shared on Facebook and a bunch of places already. And it's a video with the song One More Time in the background, and people are showing the number 4. I'll leave it at that. Have a good one, everyone. And we'll see you in the next one.